Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something that many people fear: failure. We've all been there. That sinking feeling when things don't go as planned, when we stumble, when we fall short of expectations. But what if I told you that failure is not the opposite of success, but the very first step toward it? Think about some of the greatest minds and innovators in history. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before he successfully invented the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he simply said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." Imagine if he had stopped at failure number 500 or even 999. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, was cut from his high school team. But did they give up? No. They learned from their failures, used them as stepping stones, and turned them into success stories. Failure is not the end. It's a lesson, a test of resilience. When we fail, we gain something incredibly valuable: experience. We learn what doesn't work, what needs improvement, and most importantly, we learn about ourselves. Do we give up, or do we rise again, stronger and wiser? I challenge each of you today: change your mindset about failure. Instead of fearing it, embrace it. Instead of seeing it as a setback, see it as a setup for a greater comeback. Every failure brings you one step closer to your goal, as long as you keep moving forward. So the next time you face failure, don't say "I failed." Say "I learned." Because failure is not falling down, it's refusing to get back up. And every step, no matter, think about a baby learning to walk. Do they fall? Of course, over and over again. But do they stop trying? No. They get back up, take another step, and eventually they master walking. They don't see failure as defeat, they see it as progress. Somewhere along the way, as we grow older, we start fearing failure instead of embracing it. We start believing that mistakes mean we aren't good enough. But that's not true. The truth is, every great success story is built on failures. Every entrepreneur, athlete, scientist, or artist who achieved something great failed first. But they refused to let failure define them. Instead, they used it as fuel to push forward. Now, let's make this personal. Think about your own dreams. What's holding you back? Is it the fear of failing? The fear of what people might say? Imagine if, instead of fearing failure, you saw it as a challenge and opportunity to grow, improve, and come back stronger. Failure is not a roadblock. It's a stepping stone. The only way to truly fail is to stop trying. But as long as you keep moving, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself, success is inevitable. So today, I encourage you to embrace failure, learn from it, and use it to fuel your journey to success. Because every failure is just the first step to something greater. Let's take a moment to commit to this mindset shift, not just today, but every day moving forward. Success is not about never failing, it's about never giving up. It's about taking every failure and turning it into a lesson, every setback into a setup for a comeback. It's about choosing persistence over doubt, courage over fear, and action over hesitation. Think about your biggest goal right now. Maybe it's a career dream, a personal ambition, or a skill you want to master. Ask yourself, are you willing to fail for it? Are you willing to fall down and get back up again and again until you make it? Because if you are, nothing, not rejection, not setbacks, not self-doubt can stop you. The world belongs to those who refuse to quit, to those who see failure as a lesson, not a label, to those who understand that every no brings them closer to a yes, and every mistake brings them closer to mastery. So the next time you fail, don't let it break you, let it build you. Let it teach you. Let it remind you that you are on the path to something great. Because failure is not the end, it's the beginning of your success story. It's easy to be motivated in the moment, but true change happens when we apply what we've learned. So here's my challenge for you. 1. Reframe failure. The next time something doesn't go as planned, don't see it as a defeat. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I improve? Growth comes from reflection, so use every failure as a stepping stone. 2. Take more risks. If you're not failing, you're probably not pushing yourself hard enough. Success comes from stepping outside your comfort zone. Take that chance, try that new idea, and don't be afraid of the outcome. Every attempt brings you closer to your goal. 3. Keep moving forward. The only real failure is quitting. Every successful person you admire has faced struggles, doubts, and setbacks. But they kept going, and so can you. The road may be tough, but if you keep moving, success is only a matter of time. Now, I want you to visualize your future self, the person who has overcome obstacles, learned from failure, and achieved greatness. That version of you is possible, but only if you commit to the journey. So when life knocks you down, stand up stronger. When failure whispers, answer back with determination. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself that success is built on persistence. This is your moment. Your journey starts now. Go out there and make it happen. Think about a time when you failed at something. Maybe it was a test, a job interview, a business idea, or even a personal goal. How did it feel? Frustrating? Disappointing? Maybe you even thought about giving up. But now, looking back, wasn't that failure also a lesson? Didn't it make you stronger, wiser, or more prepared for the next challenge? Every time you fail, you are given a choice. Will this failure define me? Or will I use it to refine me? Success is not about avoiding failure. It's about learning, adapting, and pushing forward despite it. It's about having the courage to stand back up, even when everything inside you says to quit. Failure is the seed of success. Imagine planting a seed. At first, it's just buried in the dirt. It looks like nothing is happening. But beneath the surface, it's growing. It's developing roots, gathering strength, and preparing to break through. That's exactly what failure does for you. Every setback is planting the roots of your future success. So when you face failure, don't be discouraged, be excited. Because it means you're growing. It means you're on your way. Turn your failure into fuel. From today, whenever you fall, get up and say, "This is my lesson, and this is my opportunity to grow. This is proof that I am trying, that I am on my way to success." Because the only people who never fail are the ones who never try. The next step is yours. You now know the truth: failure is not the enemy. It's the beginning of your success story. The only question left is, what will you do next? Will you fear failure, or will you embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward? The choice is yours. Make the choice to rise. Make the choice to succeed. Go out there and chase your dreams fearlessly, because failure is just the first step to success. Let's take this even further, deeper into the heart of the matter. We've talked about failure being a stepping stone, a lesson, and the first step to success. But here's a powerful truth that often gets overlooked. Failure builds character. It tests your resilience, your patience, and your belief in yourself. It reveals who you really are when things don't go as planned. And that, my friends, is a gift. Every time you fail, you have the chance to redefine who you are. It's in these moments of struggle that you discover what you're truly made of. Are you someone who gets knocked down and stays down, or are you someone who gets up, dusts themselves off, and goes after their dreams with even more fire and focus than before? The road to success isn't always smooth. It's filled with bumps, obstacles, and sometimes even detours. But those moments are where the real growth happens. The success we see in others is often just the tip of the iceberg. What we don't see are the struggles they've faced, the failures they've endured, and the resilience they've built along the way. Embrace the struggle. Embrace the growth. If everything in life came easy, we wouldn't appreciate the success when we finally reach it. It's the struggle, the obstacles, and the failures that give us the strength and wisdom to handle the victories that follow. They teach us to be humble, patient, and to never take success for granted. Failure helps us find our purpose. It refines our vision. It sharpens our focus. It forces us to rethink, pivot, and try again. And each time we try again, we get better, we get closer. The truth is, there's no such thing as a failure that isn't worth something. Every lesson, every setback, and every moment of doubt adds a layer to who you are becoming. So don't run from failure, run towards